All right, 1, 2, 3, go.
We can leave your friends behind, cause your friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, well, they're no friends of mine. I said, we can go where we want to, place where they will never find, and we can act like we come from out of this world, leave the real one far behind. We can dance. We can dance. We can go when we want to. The night is young and so am I. And we can dress real neat from our hats to our feet and surprise them with the victory cry. I said, we can act if we want to. If we don't, nobody will. And you can act real rude and totally removed, and I can act like an imbecile. Say, we can dance, everything's under control. We can dance, doing it wall to wall. We can dance, everybody look at your hands. We can dance, everybody's taking a chance. Who's to say to dance? Yes, to say to dance. Yes, to say to dance. Yes, to say to dance.
Yeah!
Fucking genius.
And we're live, everybody.
What's up, everybody?
That's out fucking standing is what that was.
So I'm gonna put the link for that MP3. You can download it if you want to hear it, on your own time.
I just spilled glitter all over my desk, guys.
And we're off to a solid start.
If Lumi breaks out a razor blade and a straw for that glitter, we know the evening's headed in the right direction.
I just kind of want to take a bath in this. It's so pretty.
We're not going to stop
I'm
you.
immediately downloading that.
Saying somebody timestamp this. Oh, wait a minute. It's at the beginning of the show. We're good. We don't need a timestamp.
Oh, I have glitter on my lap and my hair and my nose now. I think I got a glittery nose, guys.
So what's up, everybody? Who's out here so far already? We got Lando's out there, Raven Shadow Vapes, Rafinis, Stu's out there. Who else do I see?
Fucking
Life, Adam's out
magnificent.
there. Pippa's out there. Oh, and she's in here. Look at that. Double duty for some of these people. Rust is in the house. Kenny B, Swag. Eric Sutherland, my brother from another mother, is out there. Joey to the motherfucking O. That one had to be loud. It's just what it is. What it is. Scott Miller, how are you? How's everybody doing this evening? We're doing a little drinking tonight. So there is no structure set to this show at all. I figured this is the best way to send this fucker off in style, being as next week we're going to go kind of to a little bit of structure in the beginning, and then it's going to be normal shenanigans as usual in the latter half of the show.
I thought this was how you structure it, just drinking every week. Fuck.
When's the last time you see me drink it every week?
Yeah, this can't become a weekly habit for me.
I thought this was going to be the new structure.
I've already downed a bottle of vodka. So we can't do this every week.
I would manage it every week. Unfortunately, I have to be up at the ass crack of dawn to work, so it's kind of what it is.
Yeah, the show would definitely have to take an earlier start, I think.
And Eric, before you go jumping ship, when I say structured, I mean structured to like the most minuscule possible amount, because I have a good idea that I think you guys are all gonna like, and I think everybody on the panel is gonna enjoy as well, because it's gonna give everybody their kind of own way to run with it, which is fucking outstanding. So.
Are you cold, Loomy?
No, it's actually really fucking hot. That's why my face is a little pink. Or it's because I've been drinking. I haven't decided yet, but.
Where's the tequila?
Hi, Kenny B.
Kenny B.
So, Meter, I do have a question for you right away today.
Answer right away. What's up?
What gives us the distinct pleasure of having you show up right on time today?
Right?
He was even in my stream.
No, you're always the most wonderfully, fashionably late person I've ever met in my fucking entire life, and I love that. But today you were on time and poignant. Is it because we're drinking today?
Oh.
Technically, I waited until after I had already heard the opening song roll to get my camera and everything fixed, so that way it's not instant, like you can't make an entrance if you show up with the crowd. But I didn't want to interrupt too much of the cheersing, so moderation is key in all things, as they say.
Pussy.
I'm waiting for halfway through the show when Lumi like goes to do something and just like passes out, and then the rest of the show is just like half of Lumi's ass crack hanging out over the end of that couch over there.
I was thinking about doing the whole
With
show.
the reflection of all the glitter she just dropped on that.
Exactly, just like ass crack and glitter. Like it'd be fantastic.
You can see the glitter on this hoodie, like it's reflection. It's all shimmery.
That'd be a story to tell you.
Glitter.
It's like you've got a Meter Vapes t-shirt on.
It's almost. It's meter-esque.
And something I did want to point out from yesterday's show, where we were talking to Lando. Something popped into my head earlier. I don't remember the exact context of what he was saying or anything. I'd have to go back and watch the replay. But I distinctly remember thinking something. Your name is Lando in here. I don't know if that is what it is in real life, but every time I think Lando, I think of a traitor.
You're a traitor, bitch.
A Calrissian variety-esque.
Exactly.
I'm just saying, nothing against you, but man, you might want to change your name. But I remember there was something that was going on in chat, and I'm going, that sounds a little backwards. That sounds like a Calrissian-esque statement. Yep. I'll have to go back and watch the replay. I'll let you know what it is later. Nothing against you personally, though.
Eye contact.
And to be honest, he's from Wisconsin, so I have to let it go, no matter what it is. So definitely nothing against you.
Would you get out of here, you old pirate?
Oh, snap, son.
I don't like Spotlight.
Spelon?
Hi, swaggy thing.
Swaggy! Alright, so tonight's mission is to come up with a great nickname for Swaggy Shane. Because he is like the Spice Master. Who
The
here?
Spice Master?
Hello, Swaggy Shane.
Like, I freaking pulled out this apple fritter.
Mm-hmm.
He's like the spice god. Like, he just works with spices in such an unbelievable fashion. We call that exotic cooking in this house. Once you start adding like vegetables and spices, you're a pro.
Call that exotic cooking? I thought that was normal.
We call that exotic.
What's the one chef's name on? He's been on Gordon Ramsay's show. He's the guy with all the tattoos. He's like
You're talking about Guy Fieri?
Not Guy Fieri. He's like a Spanish dude, heavy set kind of. He's got all these tattoos all over his hand. His name's
I know that guy. I can't remember his name though. Damn it.
Or it's like Armando or something.
Is it the same guy that's on Chopped?
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about.
Sanchez?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. It's AS is his initials because they were doing a team thing and some of the people had AS on their thing. Well, you can name them that even though it's hard to remember. Apparently.
AS, absolutely swaggy.
But I thought Swaggy Shane was a nickname, and the Lando thing you're thinking about was he didn't want any more eye contact from Fresh and Lumi.
Oh, yep,
So-
that was exactly it. I was like, yep, that is a little traitorous.
That's all right. You know what? If I vape hard, I can finish this off, do a new mix, and come back at you.
I would do it.
Do it, Fresh.
I thank you for pointing that out, Nick. I appreciate it. 'Cause I couldn't remember exactly what it was, but there was something where I thought that just wasn't right. I was like, that's what that show is built on. It's eye contact.
Yeah.
Has nothing to do with the mixing aspect. It's all about the eye contact and shaking.
Yep. And Stu said Aaron Sanchez. Yep.
Vaping with D. D's nuts. Please come back to me. I miss your face.
Giz, do you have it on speaker view right now? Put it on gallery, please.
Speaker view, yeah.
Somebody's getting sick from all of the camera motion.
Like the old
We don't
time
need
Hangouts,
that. The only way you're supposed to get sick tonight is if you're drinking too much.
That's not going to happen, unfortunately. I haven't found an amount that does that.
You have obviously never been to Wisconsin.
I have that Scandinavian and Scottish in my blood, so you're not getting me too intoxicated. Like, I'll hit this point after like 14 shots, possibly more, and it stays like this for the rest of the night.
You know, I'm pretty sure back in me and Fresh's heyday, we could say otherwise.
Oh yeah. No, I would have put your poor ass under the table.
Yeah. You would have felt sad for saying something like that. You'd have been like, "I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said it."
There's only one person that would worry me if I back in my heyday.
Leafa!
If I was going toe to toe, and that would have been Frank the Tank.
What about Leafa?
Leafa can pound some booze down, but eventually he does go out. We've seen it.
Yeah. Lifa does, yeah, he could put them down.
I've seen that stream. Like, Adam showed me that stream of him falling out of his chair by the end of the night. Could barely even talk.
There's a reason why that is the highlighted stream of my channel. That was
I love that video.
Far one of the best live streams ever.
He didn't fall out of his chair. He fell over his desk.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's
Is
like
there
the
any way I
cartoons
can-
where you see an entire.
Well, I like the fact that he had the forethought to try and turn the camera off, but it popped right back on, and he's just like looking at the ceiling, trying to get that room to stop spinning. It's like, dude, it ain't gonna work at this point. You've done too much.
Like that happened to me one time when we were in Polk. I don't remember what we were doing, but it started spinning. Luckily, because of the way I had my bed set up there, I had my dressers underneath. So I just pulled the drawer out and stuck my foot in the drawer, planted it on the drawer, room stopped spinning, I passed out.
I'm just going to forewarn everybody here. I was given permission to not hold back tonight.
Go for it. Say what you need to say about everybody, Lumi.
Blame
Just everything.
everybody. Leafa, you have a beautiful face.
Is Leafa out there? Hi, Leafa.
I don't know if he's here, but I'm sure he'll be here eventually.
I would think so, although he did just get back from vacation, so he might be winding down right now.
Yeah, I think
He might still be sleeping one off if it's the vacation I think it is.
Yeah, it was his Florida vacation, so.
Yeah, he's
most
might be
likely
laid up. Yar. Yar.
He was a pirate for a week.
He went down and ransacked the booty.
He was plundering.
What's that, Lumi?
Ransacked booties?
That's right.
Several booty.
Hey, quick question.
Speak to the devil and he shall alive.
Ransacking the booties.
My ears were
You would be here, you sex classy, man.
My ears are
Ears
itching.
from and
What's
glittering.
What's up?
Not much. I just got back from Florida. Today, his work was just crazy, crazy busy because nobody didn't work while I was gone. So,
As per usual.
yeah.
Did you get past a lot of it today?
I got it all started.
Nice. Ooh, I like what you got going on down in the bottom corner of your screen there. That's nice.
Yeah, it's the GoLipa batteries.
I like that. It's
Your
classy.
show is now sponsored by GoLipa.
Do you have a wrap that I can get for my batteries?
No.
God damn it.
Nobody makes that shit.
All that false hope.
Lifa?
I do have a GoLisi battery case though.
Ooh.
Yeah, I just made like $40 for saying GoLisi.
Go Lisi.
You just made
Awesome.
many monies, Adam. Many.
I never
All
signed,
right.
signed the paper.
Brought to you by Carl's Jr.
Nice.
Well, I heard my ears burning, so I figured I'd jump in before I go to bed. So,
I
you
don't
guys
blame you
have
for
fun
going.
drinking?
I miss your majestic beard, Lifa.
Bye, Leva. We
I
love you,
miss,
brother.
I miss your majestic dick.
There you go.
No need to beat around the bush with old Ned.
Oh, look at that. Moxley popped in, and right behind her is Roro. Holy shit.
Hello.
We're hitting the big
With the
time.
Mox.
Hi, Mox. How are ya?
Hello,
Actually,
Mox.
for the first time in a long time, I was able to catch part of Mox's show on Monday. So that was fan-fucking-tastic. It's been a while, because normally Mondays I'm usually busy. I'm usually doing something family-oriented on Monday, so it was nice to be able to pop in and say hello, especially live.
I've lost touch with Mox and crew over the last 6 months. I know they're just across the ditch and another duck over there, but yeah. Hi, Mox.
Hi.
Anyway,
How long is that plane flight?
I believe it's only about 3 or 4 hours. I've never actually crossed the ditch.
Okay.
I haven't actually crossed the ditch yet, but I look forward to it. It's
You should definitely do it. Go down, hang out with Mox for a weekend.
yeah. Well, now she's got a new palace. Apparently,
Exactly.
she's got yeah.
The huge deck.
Yeah,
That's
with a huge.
right. That's a huge deck.
It is a huge deck.
And apparently I haven't drank enough because that still sounded like deck.
It's a dick.
That's what that. Go Lumi, go.
Well, I wouldn't be going there for the deck. Going there for the crack, you know, as in the good, the good banter and the good times. That crack.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Beba.
Exactly. Don't take me out of context there.
Yes, Roro, really. But if you'd like, what I can do is we can have an invite sent over to you so you can come and address me personally if you want. I'm a nice guy like that. Well, maybe not, but still. I'd like to think so.
2.5 hours to Sydney, so it's probably about what?
Is Vegas up this way another hour?
600 miles. 600 miles or so.
Do you ever have a problem with your mustache falling out of place?
Oh, all the time.
Okay.
Have you seen Gizzard Stew's intro? That mustache was out of hand.
I think I'm nose breathing too much.
You know, when I looked at that intro yesterday after the show, that was fantastic. You had a full bushy beard going on and everything, Fresh.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
It was beautiful. It was a thing of beauty, man.
Yeah, he's got good beard. He does. He really does.
And Woodtick Mike, I don't need a paper beard. I just need half a bottle of vodka.
Oh no, this is a full bottle of vodka, thank you.
Okay, all right. That's all right. It'll only take me a half, you know. So no discredit to you at all, Amy. What's everyone doing for the Halloween? Like the Halloween shows and stuff like that coming up?
I'm still going to have a show. I know prior to my show is everybody needs to be paying attention. AdoreEliquid.com is going to be having theirs as well. You can go and find her on the YouTubes, and she's going to have a live show with the reveal of the new flavor. Unfortunately, I know myself, I'm not going to be able to be a member of the panel that night because I will be taking my little guy out for trick-or-treating and making sure he gets to bed after mowing more candy than what he needs. But definitely something to watch out for, and then I'll have something afterwards. However, I may or may not have something to dress up as. And I say may or may not because I don't know yet.
You can make your own.
Well, hello, Roro. Are you ready to address me in person?
Yeah, what the fuck? Seriously. I used to get an invite every single week and then just fell off the planet.
Well, you know, when you don't show up when we send you invites, that's your own fault, goddammit.
I know. I usually work I'm usually working.
Well, and like I said, I don't want to put you out.
No,
if you want to come on and you're off, I mean, or you want to get off and come hang out, please. And yes, take that whichever way you want it. That's right.
No, you have to dress up for Halloween.
I might.
I made this for Halloween. It's a pool floaty and some paper.
I'm scared already. I'm very scared. I'm terrified, in fact.
I'm just saying, the hard part is, what do I do with the beard? That's the problem, because I'm not shaving it off.
You can rock a witch hat with a beard.
You look like the guy from the Lord of the Rings. Just be the Troll King guy, whatever it is, or the what is it? Hammer.
So I need to go grab myself a little tiny battle axe.
Mm-hmm. Well, every Halloween I do my birthday show. So I think Pippa was like, "What were you last year? You were."
There was some crazy all Halloween show. I was like an evil bitch on a show, like more than normal, you know.
Oh, you were talking about advocacy and people not advocating and being a real bitch about it.
That's right, exactly. Yep, because you didn't advocate. I was the evil bitch who took everything away. Yeah. That's right. I remember.
Oh.
So y'all are welcome to come over if you guys have time, but we're all dressing up. And if you guys didn't know, next week's the launch of the new. So it'll be an exciting night all the way around. And then you can just hang out with us. I'm not sure if we're going to be drinking or anything, but we're definitely all going to be dressed up. So.
That sounds awesome.
What is fresh? He's very interested in something down under.
Mox, are you saying I should go and buy that spray can of hair color and white it out that way?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not. I thought he's orange.
Who's orange?
You're talking. Yeah, she's talking about the little. Not the door. Is he a dwarf?
He's a dwarf.
Yeah. So TJ, you'd have to. That's what I was doing.
Do the dual braids.
Yeah.
The one here and here.
Like that.
And then you'd have a hammer. And so maybe.
I could do that.
That metal stuff they put on.
Although I am a fan of Woodticked Mike's idea. Maybe I should dress up like Marilyn Monroe, beard and all. Go find myself a blonde wig and just fucking go to town.
Yes.
White dress. Yeah.
Yes, please.
Lumi, have you lost your goddamn mind?
Yes.
I'm just checking. I'm just making sure you're mentally there. If you need any help. What the hell, bread?
I think I'm better off here as a male because you're really pretty, so I'll fit in with the males.
Oh, no.
Is she coming on you?
With the witch hat and the beard? Now she needs her staff. You shall not pass.
That's right.
Maybe that's what we can do. We can get everybody to dress up as their own individual little fellas, and we'll just do a fucking Lord of the Rings.
We do a Powder Puff type Halloween. All the men dress up as women, and all the women dress up as men. We have, like,
I don't know that I have a wig.
a mop head or something, or put the kitty cat. on your head.
I don't know if I'm entirely comfortable with that. I mean,
Do you know
I'm
what would
sorry.
happen if I put my cat on my
I'm
head?
sorry, Gizzard. I don't know. I'm sorry, Gizzard. I'm just not entirely comfortable with that. But
Hey, Kimmy can do it. She did Jay Hayes one night, I think. She had the goatee and the bald head and everything.
Who did?
Kimmy Vapes.
Oh, Kimmy did a Jay Hayes?
Oh, yep. She even had like a tattoo looking like an affliction shirt and made it look like there was tattoo. It was crazy.
I call. Never mind.
I mean, can you honestly picture Gizzard dressed up as a woman? I'm sorry. That's
I
what
don't. I can see it pretty easily. I mean, he just let his hair down, throw a dress on.
It would just look like he's just come out of Jesus Christ Superstar or something, you know?
Exactly. If he was wearing a white dress, he would look like Jesus.
In the middle of all this, Giz, I gotta pay you a compliment. This and this go really well together.
Awesome.
But just don't ever walk into a bar in Australia looking like that, Giz, because there'll be a lot of people running the other way saying, I do not want a miracle performed on me because my workers' compensation is worth too much.
Socialized medicine at its finest.
I was wondering who was gonna get the delete on that.
I know,
All right.
right?
Well done, Meter. Well done.
I was like, is somebody gonna beat me to that?
I was waiting. I was counting in my head how long before somebody gets that.
I don't think I'm a moderator.
I did up a line. I was like, oh shit.
Nope. I was looking at that. I didn't approve of said message, but I'm not a moderator.
Was there a comment?
All right, guys. Well,
Uncle
Lex has gotta go
Beaufort.
to bed, and I left him as host in the shack, so I gotta go grab it back from him so it doesn't kick the room. So.
Thanks for coming, Willow. See you
Bye,
later.
Roro.
Night.
Fucking genius.
Mm-hmm. That's right, Nick Devine.
That he does, Nick. That he does. Fucking Jake.
Like, where'd my apple fritter go? It was right in front of me.
Shit.
Drunk vaping. Just watch it go.
No, let him have the next one. Let him have it. No. Because you know what? I've been drinking,
Big account, bitch!
and I think it is time for us to have another intervention. This is a good time to do this, especially
Well,
when
he's gone for 10 minutes now, so we'll just sit back and wait
Yeah.
for the cumulative timeout to go.
Well played, Giz. Well played.
We had a troll on my channel the other night, and he lasted like all show because it just like wasn't offensive enough, I guess. Saying all this shit that just wasn't enough for people to kick him off, and he made it through the end of the show, and I was just like, dude, you gotta come on a little stronger because you fucking the troll. You lasted the entire show because you fucking just ain't that good at this.
Because you suck at trolling.
Yeah.
I do like talking to the trolls. So, Uncle Bofa, when you come back, you and let's have a chat.
I know. I mean, even we got a good sub out of it at one point. The Fink.
The fake link.
Yes, the fake link. Fink.
Link. The
It was,
flink. Yeah.
and once we turned him, he was excellent. It ended up being a real nice guy. Just came in the wrong way. We just had to address the situation a little.
Yep.
Hey,
I've offered him prizes and shit too. But Dawn even offered him free shit to calm him down.
Yep.
I remember that. Wow.
Like Dawn came out of the woodwork and was like, "Look, bitch, put up or shut up." That reality check set in real fucking hard, real fucking quick. When Dawn showed up, I was like, "What, bitch?"
I'm right here.
So what I want to know is, now, is there a dislike on the video? Can anybody see that? Because I don't have that pulled up.
Nope, not yet.
Oh, no.
Because I'm here intoxicated.
You know, I'm surprised because usually those trolls, they'll be the first one to fucking dink. And I'm like, please click away on one of those because that's just extra clicks. Thanks, guy.
Yeah. That's usually how it happens. Yeah, I've had people come into the show and say, I came to troll, but now I'm just intrigued.
Exactly. Like, I was gonna try and troll Nick Devine, but this is just a lovely situation that you have here, Nick. Do you mind if I hang out?
Yeah, what the fuck are you doing?
It talks about people cross-dressing and stuff like that for Halloween. I just need to point out one thing. Can I just share screen something just for a moment?
Sure.
This is one reason right here why it shouldn't probably happen.
Is that meter?
Oh yeah.
That's me. And if you carefully look at the date, this hasn't happened yet. This happened in the future.
Oh yeah.
If you look at the
I tried to warn everybody, man. Skynet's no joke, but no, everybody just laughs
happened
and
in the
jokes.
future, guys. So there you go.
Let's do it.
Just a word of warning why it shouldn't happen.
Thanks, Eric Sutherland.
You fucking asshole. I love you, but you're still an asshole.
Old baby face.
Although this is the time of year he starts to grow it back, so I'll let him have his small amount of. You know, at least he's not Owen Ginter. He doesn't just shave it off and leave it off.
What the fuck, Owen?
That's true. Is Owen Ginter here?
I have.
Here.
I didn't see him.
I saw him.
I saw him with my own eye feels. He was even He was giving me updates on
Yeah,
when the
he
stream
said
was
fuck
starting.
you
He
today.
was on Twitch like, you got 20 minutes.
Grow the beard back. Grow the beard back, Owen Ginter. Grow it back.
I fucking
I'm Owen
double
Ginter.
dare you.
Wait a minute. I'm Owen Ginter, bitch.
I'm Spartacus.
Look at my.
Oh, there he is. You know, we should just start talking to him like it's Fight Club. His name was Owen Ginter.
His name was Owen Ginter.
Yeah.
His beard was Owen Ginter.
Oh. Yes, Train Sonic, he is a handsome bastard either way. However, he was much more handsome with that fucking glorious beard he had.
Absolutely.
Hey, you have 2 thumbs down now.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Owen Ginter shows up and mystically there's a thumbs down on the video.
And yes, Rafinis, I'm
What
going to
the
address
fuck?
that for you. Yes, it is a variety of the Caucasian, and the dude does abide.
Those who thumb
Speaking
down,
of
you
that,
know.
I got a little sidetracked today in my YouTube clicking, and I ran across the Today Show. On the 18th of this month, they had a little impromptu conversation with Jeff Bridges.
About vaping?
No. It was Jeff Bridges, John Goodman, and Steve Buscemi talking about nothing other than the Big Lebowski. It was about 25 minutes. Fucking excellent interview, and I don't condone the Today Show because I'm not a fan of it. But that was a fucking excellent just chat that they had with them. And it was definitely something they couldn't air because there was many F-bombs and stuff that were dropped in that.
Go figure.
Not airable. But it was still an excellent one to just watch those guys reminisce about something that's 20 years old and such a fantastic movie. Not to mention, they did, and they even said it, they said it, when it first went out, it played like shit. Because it really did. And it didn't pick up steam for like 4 or 5 years afterwards. It's kind of like, the other thing that I thought of that it reminded me of, the Boondock Saints.
Yeah.
It didn't take well in the theater, but now it's a cult classic.
Yeah, that's a lot of cult classics. Like The Princess Bride is a lot like that.
It's like my
Oh,
favorite
Princess Bride was a barn burner in the theater though.
What, did it do? It did good.
Oh, it did excellent.
Really? Oh, wow.
Yeah, no, it was one of the highest grossing movies that year.
Like, Evil Dead's a good example of a cult classic. Like that did
Evil
absolute
Dead,
garbage in the theater, and it's done like record-breaking bazillions ever since.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like 9 miniseries, 8 fucking fall.
I don't know. I mean, how many? I think I saw Army of Darkness like 9 times in the theater. Like that's how much I enjoyed that movie. So, yeah, I mean, it just goes to show. Like it was. Boondock Saints, though. The problem with that was it was going to be released right around the Columbine shootings, and they wound up having to kick it. And then, like, they didn't promote it at all. They just had a movie in the can that they needed to release, so they just released it with like zero hype. And then, like, nobody went and saw it. And then I found it on, like, before DVDs. It was like little, I forget what it was. It was little CDR things that I was able to get in Korea, and I saw that. I remember going into the video game store and seeing this movie, and the pictures that it's the picture of the 2 guys sitting there smoking with the tattoos on their hands, and I was like, "What is that?" And the guy's like, "That movie's awesome. You should check it out." And I was like, "How much is it?" He's like, $12. And I walked right out of there and didn't buy it. I came back like, and was intrigued over and over and over again by it, and eventually I spent the $12 on it, and I was like, "Fuck, where was this movie?" Fucking amazing.
And you know what? That was one of those ones I didn't want until I got into the military. That for me, that was everybody military wide. That's like a military cult classic. If you're in the military, you've seen that movie
a bunch of times.
Yeah, on more than one occasion. Not to mention, for me, there's only one problem with that movie. What's his name? Fucking guy who plays the detective. I can't think of his name offhand because I've been drinking.
Willem
Dafoe. No matter what I see Willem Dafoe in now, I always go back to that movie and I think of him playing the gay detective. In there, and namely one scene when he's in the bedroom taking the call and he slaps his fucking boyfriend. "Get off me, you fag."
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
I don't like the hostility of this talk.
Haven't you've never seen that movie?
I don't like it. It feels very hostile. I like just hugging people. Let's not call people
Happy birthday to
I'm not calling anybody fag. I'm just quoting what went on in the movie there. That's all.
I mean, Boondock Saints, I mean, they kind of hug people with bullets.
A lot. And cats.
Kind of fucked up and hostile, though.
That's
It's a fucked up movie.
It is a pretty fucked up movie.
And before I forget, I did see the newest sub that just came out here. Sharon, welcome to the show.
Hi, Sharon.
Hopefully you enjoy it. If you don't, sorry you subbed, but whatever. Fuck it. We're drinking tonight.
Yeah, tonight's a rare occurrence, Sharon. We love you. I swear it's been like this every night.
Now, the other part
I'm having fun watching Lumi try and do her hair like 12 different ways.
It's not staying. I'm being so sporadic that it's just falling out in every direction.
There was one other thing before I get too completely off the fucking rails. Hey.
Whoa!
My son is yelling, "Mom."
Hi.
Take your ass back to bed.
Hi.
No, the one thing I did want to note before I get too completely fuckered here, if you have not done so already, please remember that we only have until the 31st of this month.
Ohmageddon.
Go to ohmageddoneliquid.com. Go support Giancarlo and Ducky. Those two have been phenomenal for our community. The least we can do is be phenomenal to them on their way out as they are closing the business down. Remember, there is a code out there for 33% off.
Darkness.
I love both of them so very much. They're both fantastic fucking people, and they do so many wonderful things for the community. So please go if you can. You have until October 31st. That is next week, Wednesday. You have 7 days. Go out there, support them, show some love, make a purchase of some sort. It doesn't matter what it is. If it's my opinion, I'm gonna say get yourself some Apache Line.
Yep.
And some Freak Show and some Dolly Song and some Leviathan. Well, you know what? Pretty much fucking anything you get over there. I'm not gonna lie, but the two big ones for me right now, the Apache show, actually three. Apache line, the fucking Bali song, and the Freak show. Those three, those are my go-tos over there.
Yeah, it's your last time to get their e-liquid, so stock the fuck up.
Yes. So do yourself a favor. Now back to our regularly scheduled drinking program. Love you guys.
Yes, Scott. Scott! Yes,
We
they are closing.
Lucky that we have so many wonderful people in this vape community.
I concur.
Super lucky.
Super lucky.
I'm not gonna lie. When I found that out, I cried a little.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking that
really
they're closing down. They're two of the loveliest people I've ever met, and they love this community with all their hearts.
Absolutely.
They were always giving and giving and giving. So
That's like everybody. Like, we got Vaping Swag, Ohmageddon, Dawn. Like, we're just so blessed to have these people and many more. Like, we have Nick Devine for coil needs. We have you for DIYing and Pippa for DIY. We have everything. We're so good at coming together and just being amazing. Yep.
Exactly, and that was best exhibited on Ken's channel there last weekend, wasn't it? It was just, that blew my mind, because Fresh has got a little bit of a taste of how hectic, how difficult bringing something like that together can be.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, remember the Christmas mix, Fresh? There was that many people.
the Christmas mix was amazing.
Yeah,
but that was really well organized by the people that were behind the scenes. Ken's was pretty organized, but not to the degree that was.
Yeah,
that one was like, you've got 15 minutes here to here. Go.
I'm kind of selfish with that stream. Like, it gives me like a really good sense of pride to be a part of this community. So like, I go around and not really brag, but I'm just so excited. Like, today I got a message from Mr. Lumi saying, slow down on vaping, my aunt's here, because we were at Subway in the post office. And I was like, oh shit, because it's not, that vaping is not welcome in the family. Like, it's just
really
it's really unfortunate. I feel like a 13-year-old trying to hide my pack of cigarettes, except I shouldn't be ashamed of this. But anywho, she came out and she's like, what have you been up to? I was like, me and a small community of wonderful people managed to raise about $13,000 for suicide awareness and prevention.
Mm-hmm.
Our community managed to do that. I think of us as like little black sheep in the corner, and we did something fabulous and fantastic. And
it's an awesome point, Lemmy, because for all the haters of vaping that want to say, oh, you know, you're just trying to keep the smoking thing going on just through a different technology and all the other bullshit, you know, through initiatives like this, which is absolutely awesome. I can't claim any fame to the initiative like this other than just love and support for Michelle, Lynn, and Ken and the rest of the people who contributed and helped out. It just says, in your fucking face, vape haters, you know, in your face, you know, we're about saving lives. There's 13 grand thrown towards preventing suicide, for God's sakes. There was 4.5 grand at least went to preventing childhood cancer with St. Jude's there at Christmas. So I say let's keep charging on. This is the best, one great way of many that we can present ourselves to the vape community, in my opinion. Anyway, that's my soapbox.
yeah, it's like we're still here and we're still going, and we're gonna keep going to save lives.
Yeah, hell yeah. Hell to the air, Lemmy. You know it, girl.
You really should have given me a drinking limit. I'm sorry for taking over your show.
It's a good thing
Well,
I
he went to go get beers.
You guys do whatever you want while I'm away, and that falls under that, well, the cat's away, the mice will play type thing, you know.
Hell yeah.
Ivana says, I'm never away. That's what she just told me.
Really?
Yep, she said, go ahead and try and play, motherfucker. See what happens to you.
That's all I think. She's making some strange noises there, Fresh. That's all I'm saying.
It's Pippa.
She started purring.
It's Pippa. Pippa's the culprit.
What the fuck is with the fly noise?
It's obviously Ivana. So
I'm pretty sure Ivana doesn't shriek like that.
She started purring.
That is purring gizzards too.
There it is, Mox. 33% off with code DARKNESS. You got till the 31st.
Yep. Buy them out. Buy them out. Buy up everything they've got. They deserve our support. Because they've always supported us. They've always supported everybody.
1,000 times over. And then some.
Yep.
And I mean, I know you guys talked about it last night, but it's the one thing I will say. No matter what it is they do, I understand. Things happen. Life changes. Different things arise. Some things have to end. If that is the case, please go support them. Ducky, Giancarlo, both of them over there are phenomenal people and have done nothing but wonderful things for us. I'm sad to see them go. However, I know whatever it is that they do next for this community will be great because they've already managed greatness. They're just going to exceed that level in some other way. And yes, Daniel, you are indeed right.
Oh, look at that. Portuguese Playboys in the house.
That's awesome.
Cat pairing.
You know, it really is a shame. You're right, but it is definitely a sign of a lot of things that are going on here, though. Because I mean, you look at a lot of the things that have kind of gone by the wayside lately. I'm sorry to see it happen, but it is definitely a sign. I mean.
Yeah, I mean, it's the little companies have been closing down for years. I mean, think of Fluent.
Yeah, Fluent was the one I was just gonna bring up. Took the words right out of my mouth because you know what? I have no more Appalachian Delight. None. Zero. And that is by far the saddest thing in my vaping fucking story right now is that I have no more of that. The next thing that is going to be the saddest, I'm going to have no more Ohmageddon. Zero.
Yep.
The only thing that I will have to live by are these empty bottles, like this Lateralis. It's going to be a sad, sad thing. Luckily enough for me, though, I still have one of the greatest ever drip bottles ever, filled with one of the craziest flavors ever.
That's right.
I don't know if this is controversial, but I'd actually thought about this too. Has Ohmageddon thought about selling their recipes to another manufacturer?
I mean,
holy
such a
shit.
small company. I don't know
Yeah,
what,
but we're
what
such
the
a
interest level would be.
we are a small but great community still, and there is still a desire of those recipes. So I say, share.
You would think so. However, I'm going to throw a caveat to this. If, and I don't know what's going on here, so this is a complete shot in the dark here. If it is that it's a temporary closure till they get some other shit lined up, I know G has been a very busy man. Between school, work, and everything else he has going, to run a business on top of it, that's just, it's fucking insane.
Well, plus his
Let's
new
say-
hobby a lot of time as well too.
Yep, and let's say at some point he gets to that point where life is a little more stable. If he wants to bring it back, that's still his brand. He most definitely can. Him and Ducky, they can do that anytime they want. That's their brand. If they sell it off, they can no longer do that. And do we want? And to be honest, do I want some other company making his liquid? No. Do you know why? Because I know the love is not there, and they might tamper with the recipe and fuck it all up. So no, to be honest, I would rather see this go. As much as I hate to say this, I would rather see him shut it down and I never see it again than somebody else get a hold of it. Especially if it goes to like a big name company or something like that. If it went to somebody small,
Go there. I'd want it to go to like one of our beautiful little.
no, I understand that, but I mean, that I'm saying if it went to like something of the bigger lines there, no. Granted, I have this 100% gut instinct. I would gladly trust any day. He's not going to sell that off to anybody.
No,
Those were his babies.
Giancarlo would rather give all the recipes away than sell. I can tell you that.
So
Like,
if I want to know, hey, you can't sell it anymore, I'll shoot him a message on Instagram or something. Hey, how the fuck do I make this for myself?
Yeah.
And I'm sure I'll get a reply.
Yep.
But you know what?
Tandem ravioli.
I'm going to do myself a flavor. That's right. I said flavor, not favor. I'm going to do myself flavor. And I'm just going to let it go because you know what? Those are fantastic memories. Sometimes I would rather just have the memory than to have it sent off and shared with everybody else. Nothing against everybody else, but you know what? Sometimes memories are for yourself. They're not for everyone else. That's why you don't need to take pictures all the fucking time. They're for you. They're not for everyone else. That's my thoughts on it, though.
Yeah, I'm glad you changed my mind with that. Because, yeah, definitely. Like, Vaping Swag is now responsible for such a great memory. Like, when I spent a lot of time with my grandfather, either doing knots or braiding or doing something charity-wise. So it was like one of my favorite things is just time with my grandpa. And Vaping Swag made a blueberry that reminded me of that memory. So not only do I have the memory from my grandfather refreshed, that like of me and my grandfather picking blueberries in the garden, but now I know that Vaping Swag is the one that put that fresh in my memory, and it's heartwarming.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, you know, that's exactly right. Sometimes all it takes is a taste, a smell, something like that to trigger an old memory. You know what? Maybe I'll get lucky. I'll run across some other crazy liquid that reminds me of what G and Ducky put out, and that'll trigger that memory and going, you know what? That was fantastic. This doesn't have shit on it, and I'm going to throw that bottle in the trash. And that'll be excellent when that happens.
Actually, I'm turning some 0 milligram my jarms into 12 to do some mouth to lung in honor of G right now.
Nice. And DJ, I do have to say, I approve of the new haircut as well as your working on getting somebody completely off the stinkies, not dual using anymore. Congratulations. That's fucking awesome. Also, that goes to the meter as well. Because not everybody knows this, but I do personally because he's been keeping me in contact because I'm a big MMA fan. There's a guy by the name of Liam. Last name Gary. McGarry, excuse me, because I can't talk because I'm drinking. MMA fighter. Just recently switched from smoking the stinkies over to vaping because of the one, the only, the meter vapes. As mentioned, I got you know what? I can't. I got to. I'm going to have to show it. Got a little message from Meter. Was it earlier this week, I think, where this wonderful sumbitch here has got him so far into it now to where he's bought a fresh new setup, which is fan-fucking-tastic. Right here. Come on.
Say word. Committed.
Yep. If my fucking... Nope, it's going to be an ass hat, isn't it? Yep, it's an ass hat. Oh, there you go.
It's the Forest Green Aegis mini.
Nice.
Yeah. Fucking bottom went out. Yeah. Fucking MMA fighter. Quit the stinkies. Not just any MMA fighter, but a pro. He gets paid to do this shit for a living to beat on each other. Fucking Meter, I don't know how the fuck you got so lucky. Of all the fucking people in the vape community that he reaches out to ask about vaping, but he picks you, and you have managed to successfully switch him to a safer alternative to smoking, well done, sir. Well done. And then to see
ready to go into camp for fighting too. So I keep telling him, like, dude, you're gonna notice drastically, like, just the ease with which you're gonna be breathing when you're going into camp and putting all the hard work in. Everything else. So I'm stoked because I think he's got this fight in the bag regardless. But now he's just got like that much more pep in his step because he's kicking ass and taking names now. So it's like,
you know what's gonna be crazy?
awesome.
If it is that just that little step shoots him to the fucking moon where all of a sudden he goes on a crazy fucking tear because he's got that extra cardio to train extra harder. I'm telling you, that's fucking you. So watch it. When it happens, you know why.
And then you have an advocate with a following. I had two things to mention. That's something that we should bring back is the getting other smokers off of cigarettes. And what was that thing called? It was sponsor a smoker. That should be something that should be talked about more. Sponsoring smokers, like anybody that ever like hints to you. Like I get it at work all the time. They just hint to you that like. I was thinking about that. If anybody ever says that to you, give them an old device that's safe for them to use. Give them an old RDA. If they ever just hint around to that, ever just play around with that subject, that is a vapor in the making right there. That's just like you can get them just by them saying that. That means that they show some kind of interest. If they don't say that, then they're stubborn and maybe it's not their time yet. But that it used to be called sponsoring a vapor, and you would do that. I've done it a couple times. Lots of people do it, and they just don't mention it because it's not something that you should, go shouting about. But when you do it, it's awesome, and it's that's like just like Meter. He won't go and tell everybody that he does it. He just does it, and that's how lots of people do it. I know everybody on this panel has probably done it, and they don't go shouting about it, but they just help people out with smoking, going to vaping. Another thing I wanted to mention is I see it a lot in chat is Yeti okay? Yeti, I see it so many times that I have to just state it. He's on my build team. I see Yeti talking just about every day. He's put up posts on Instagram just about 3 times a week. He's just because he's on a live show doesn't mean that he's like, just disappeared. He's still around. He's just not on live shows. So I just wanted to make that okay. Make that known that he's fine.
Holy shit. Hesh
I
is
just
involved.
want to say, Hesh, you're not invisible, mate.
Hesh and Tommy.
Hesh and Tommy have popped in. Shit.
Yo.
Hesh, cheers to you, buddy. And to Tommy, I'll have another drink, sure.
Yeah. That's a good point, Nick. Just my next door neighbor, literally only in the last couple of weeks, set her up completely with getting on vaping. But the little backstory to that is that I asked her had she considered vaping before instead of smoking, and she says, no, I tried that, no, doesn't work, no. I said, well, look, if you ever sort of change your mind, no pressure from me. If you want to give it another go, maybe you might have had the wrong device, or maybe just the wrong Eliquid, maybe the wrong strength of nicotine or whatever. Just, let me know, and I'm here to help. And lo and behold, 6 months after that conversation, I was here to help. I
like Scott Miller's idea.
Yep. And you never know, like the best advocate could not even be vaping yet. You never know who that next best advocate's going to be. It's like with everything, like lots of people will say, like when you talk about football, like it's quite possible that the best quarterback that ever lived never even played football a day in his life. So it's the same thing with everything. Like you never know who that next person's going to be. So you could quite change somebody's life and then them go on to be doing great things, So you should always put that extra effort in, even if it's just to save that person. What if they only vape for a week? Well, you at least say, like, what do they say? A cigarette, each cigarette takes a day off your life. Well, if they only vape a week, you just save that person, what, 15 days, whatever. Like, just do that. That's fine. Like, I have all these devices just laying around, and I'm sure a lot of people do. If you have more than 3 devices, you have too many. Just give it to somebody if they're just hinting around at it. And you never know what that could turn into. You know, that could turn into that person in a year giving out devices, giving out RDAs, and you know, it just goes on and on and on.
Well, and that reason exactly right there is why I keep a stack. I've got 3 of the new My Blues. I've got 3 brand new ones in the box over there, and I usually got 2 or 3 Rock by Boulders sitting over here. If anybody, especially like when I have to go work in the office, I always bottles of liquid that's like 9 mil. So if any of them are even remotely interested, I'm like, here's what I've got it in a 0, so you can get the flavor of it. Here's a device with it and a strong nicotine rating. Like, take it home. It's a fucking silicone plug. It's not rocket science. It plugs into your fucking computer. Here's the most basic setup. You can handle this. You'll be okay. You fuck up, it's okay. You're human. Don't quit because you fuck up. Everybody fucks up. Try it again. Go back after it.
Yeah, you know, last week I was at the bar, or a couple weeks ago I was at the bar doing karaoke, and I had my little My Blue, and I was vaping it visibly, you know, because you could vape in bars in Northwest Indiana, and I had put it in my backpack. I had another backup mod because I'm like a fucking Boy Scout with vaping. Like, I just don't want to smoke, so I always have backup shit, you know. And when I got home, there is no fucking possible way that the My Blue jumped out of my bag. Somebody stole it out of the little side pouch because they wanted to vape so bad, I guess. Like, all they had to do was come up to me and ask me, like, man, what's that all about? I would have just been like, here, take this.
I can get another one for $1 in a week.
It's exactly what I got mine for $1. Yep.
Yep.
By the way, Breezy still has that deal going on.
Yeah.
Actually, no. As I walked in here, I just quick read chat. Lando, I'm in the same kind of position you are. The missus is a smoker, and she keeps saying no. So I just, you know what? It that point where you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. She knows it's here, available for her when she is ready. However, I'm not gonna beat somebody over the head with a fucking lead pipe and kill them, because you know what? That's a chance that I may never get to bring her to the correct side. If and when that day happens, every one of you motherfuckers is gonna know about it, because I'm gonna be super fucking stoked. Just fucking fantastically stoked when it does happen.
Just a light tap with the mech mod on the head, just as a reminder, like, hey, these are here, by the way.
That's why I want to convince Mr.
You tell me, just fucking smack her one good time with this and it should do the trick. Like kind of like bitty bitty bitchy smack.
Yes.
If I could convert Mr. Lumian Law and everybody would just immediately see how much better he's doing, vaping wouldn't be so shunned on Mr. Lumian's family side. And I wouldn't have to be like, oh shit, I gotta hide all this vape shit because we're young. So they're like, you need to know better. But if they see Mr. Lumian Law switch over and it save his life, they'll be like, oh shit, vaping.
You know what you do then if they say that it's something bad? Where is that motherfucker at? I saw it in here somewhere in my feed. I think it's called the Vaping Granny.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is fucking living proof that it doesn't matter who you are, what age you are. There is a fantastic way around that.
Yeah. It's a shame when stuff like that happens. I get that from some family members, but I mean, I don't let it. If they come in my house, they're fucked. Yeah, that ain't happening in my house. I'm vaping wherever the fuck I want, and I'll vape right in your fucking face. It's if you're gonna have an attitude about it, I mean. But it's like if you are going, like, sometimes when people are like that, you just gotta. I always just open up the conversation, like, because it always starts to get talked about. I always just open up the conversation with, like, nobody says that it's 100% safe. Nobody does, but they're just saying it's a lot safer than cigarettes. It just, like, that's the thing, is like it's fucked up just what the news and what TV's got people thinking. That's the only information some people get. especially people that age. They're stuck into watching TV and only watching the news, and that's what they get, and it's a shame. But sometimes you gotta know your facts, and you gotta kind of explain it to them, because sometimes people like that do want to argue. It does seem like people like that want to argue. They just want to fucking argue.
Just because
So-
Mr. Loomy knows his family so well, I flat out have been like, because I'm trying to respect his wishes for his family. So I'm like, what if they catch you vaping? What are you going to do? He's going to be like, well, first I'm going to say I'm vaping meth, so they think it's the worst possible scenario.
Oh.
And then I'm going to go down into saying, oh, I'm just vaping. And I'm like, oh, I don't know if that's maybe the best approach.
I like it.
And actually, Mox has something pretty cool. She has an 89-year-old granny that is in the Drippin' Dolls over there. That's fucking excellent. I love that. Every time that I see somebody of the let me say this, that is the most PC way I can think of. An older generation,
advanced.
Advanced. Yeah, there you go. With way more life experience than I have, that has moved on to something like that. That's an excellent thing, because you know what? That shows it's not just one person; it's everyone who can manage that. So that is awesome.
Yeah, I saw an old gentleman on the train last week. He was probably in his 70s, and we were waiting for the bus together on the bus stop. And I pulled out my cloud machine, and he was sitting there, puffing his mouth to lung device, and he gave me a look like the right on, man. Like we did it, man. We did it, and you're doing it like a fucking dog machine, brother.
You know what? That is one of the coolest things in the world to have happen. When you see somebody that's got that. There's a guy that when I was still going into the office before I worked at home, I never said anything to him. He never said anything to me. He was probably pushing 70, still worked for United Healthcare. We're sitting out there at the smoke area. There's fucking 20 smokers out there, and me and him sitting on opposite. He's got just like a little mouth to lung device, and I'm sitting out there fucking with either my fucking tree box or a mech, and look over at him. He'd look over at me. We just kind of do the little fucking head up nod, and we knew. He got it. I was like, that was one of the best feelings in the world, just to see that guy that's fucking probably twice my age, close to at least.
Yeah.
And know that he's made that better life choice to extend his future because he's went to a safer alternative. It's fucking fantastic.
Yeah, when somebody's old, that is like inspiring. When somebody's like that old and just gets into vaping, that's very inspiring. Just because of that, like, I don't know. I'd feel lucky if I lived past 60. I don't know why I would feel lucky, but I would feel lucky if I lived past 60. So if I started making life changes after that point, it's just like that's just inspiring.
That, and you know what, you're right. There's a certain point where you think, like myself, I will say this flat out. My dad passed away at 50 years old. So I've been in this mindset where I'm going, I know my mom's still kicking. She's older than 50, but I think of myself as my dad's shoes, where he passed at 50. I'm going, if I make it past 50, fan-fucking-tastic. If I don't, I kind of expect it because that's what happened to my old man. However, his was from extenuating circumstances, but nonetheless, I go, I have an idea on timeline. The other idea is going to be if and when my mother passes before I do. So that way I have a decent idea on timeline. But you look at those people who have gotten to that certain age point where they go, we know we're on the downslope.
Mm-hmm.
Do I make this drastic life change in what I've been doing? And when you see them do that, then you see, you know what? It doesn't matter what fucking age you are. You can always make a better life decision. That's something that's going to extend where you're at in your current situation, especially if you're a smoker. I mean, because there's going to be that point where Whether it be, oh, you just got diagnosed with COPD or something like that. Can't smoke anymore because it's only going to make it worse. Maybe I can go to vaping and it's going to be a better alternative for what I'm having. My lung function will improve. Maybe I won't have as grim of an outlook on those types of things. Even in that kind of situation, that's an inspiring moment because it is that safer alternative.
Yeah. No, it's kind of like what my cousin Ned tells me. He says, you know how they say like the good die young? It's crazy that he didn't die after birth. Like,
oh, Ned.
Braiding is intense.
braiding is intense.
My
What kind of
shop
gloves are you using there? Like, what kind are they? Rubber or are they like the knit gloves?
They're just regular gloves with the little fingerprints that can touch your cell phone still.
I thought you were just going to leave it at touch yourself, and I was like, okay, you can do that with any gloves, but all right.
I mean, and it does seem to be a free-for-all stream, Lumi. You do what you got to do.
Maybe I'll braid. Maybe I'll braid.
She's been going like a champ though.
I see. Yeah. Oh yeah, she's all the way through almost. She's almost done.
You know, Mox, that is fucking awesome. Anybody who is paying attention, go read Mox's comment here. In fact, I'll just read it for you. Fuck it. Mox's grandmother is 92 years old. She says all the time, if she still smoked, she would have vaped. Her dad too. She fully supports her, as well as her advocacy. She always rants at smokers she knows to come talk to her and make that switch. Yes, I added in to make the switch at the end there, but you know what? That's fucking fantastic. Your grandmother is very well informed. She obviously has the right person in her corner, and she's sending somebody to the right person to help make that switch and move themselves away in a better life-changing moment there. So, fucking hats off to your grandmother. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah. My partner, she doesn't vape, but at any opportunity, I know because I get the feedback from the times that she has spoken to others in her workplace and in her life, to others to say, hey, you know, have you thought about vaping? She doesn't vape. She didn't ever really smoke. You know, she was an occasional social smoker, but yeah, she'll refer him on to me to help him, which is fine.
You know, that's awesome that your wife does that for you because you know what? That's a huge thing that you've got the support right there next to you that's saying, hey, you know what? Let me help somebody else by sending them to you because I trust what you're doing and how everything works here. And she knows you're going to send them on the right path, which is even better.
Yeah.
Nice, Lumi.
That is a pretty looking little coil there. Well done without coiling it up.
Non-vaping advocates that are non-vaping are so goddamn important. I cannot emphasize that enough.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. Putt working on 2 years now, and he'll be 63 in December.
Oh yeah.
Well done, Mr. Wheeler.
Oh yeah.
You know what? The only thing that makes this more impressive is that I see Phil in all kinds of live shows.
Yeah.
He is completely on board with all of this. And God knows, just because you're here, I know you pay attention to everything else. So you know the advocacy, you know everything.
Yep.
That's fucking outstanding. Well done, sir. I'm glad you made the switch.
Hey Nick, how do you do you ship with tracking on your stuff, or do you just put it in an envelope and be like, put tracking on this?
It gets here when it gets here. That's what Ned does.
No, I have to put tracking on all of them. So I go to the post office, but you don't have to do that. But what I do is I have these envelopes. They're just the manila bubble wrap envelopes. And 1 second, I'll show you. And I just put their address on there and put my address on there, take it to the post office and get their tracking. You got to always get tracking because, first of all, there's some people that are, let's just say, enthusiastic about what you're sending them. And, you know, it's good to give them tracking. And also, UPS fucks up quite a bit. Like, well, actually, you know what? I have good experience with UPS. I've had like one package that was just a little bit ago mess up, and that was that sucked. But considering how many packages I've sent out, but this is what I use. I just go to the dollar store, get these envelopes, and then I put a piece of tape on it also, even though that the glue's good enough. But yeah, considering how many packages I send out, I've only had one mistake. I've had to send out 1,000 packages. All right, 1,000.
Do you use the little hard packaging like this?
Oh yes, I use these. So I get these, or what Gothsy just had. These guys, or I get them actually at a dollar store. I pay $1 for 8 of them, which is actually a good price. Even if you were to buy little jars on the internet, it's about the same price because little jars on the internet are like 18 cents a piece.
Well, I was thinking it's going to be free anyways, but I was going to pull a Nick Devine. I do have a stamp right here, so there won't be tracking on it. But if we could get
7
50 likes.
Yeah.
If we could
seven
get
7 stamps.
I'll just send it in a birthday card. If we can get 50 likes, I will send you this braided coil
in a
in
birthday,
a birthday card.
Oh,
which
it doesn't have to be your birthday.
Yeah, I can't guarantee the tracking, but I do have proof that I have a stamp, so it's going to get sent to you.
Which means that you would get Lumi's coil and my 3 coils.
Oh shit, 50 likes, guys.
Wow, so we'd have to
get those thumbs up going.
So we'd have to push
What?
Nick's coil side, get onto the Lumi coil.
Yeah, this is US. I can only send to US with 1 stamp.
That's it.
I had actually a really terrible experience with the USPS on Tuesday. I want to say. So I went in, and the normal guy who works at the little post office at the hospital wasn't there, and this other lady was there. And so I'm sitting there, and I've got one of my big bottles of liquid that I'm sending out to somebody. And so I get it in the box, and I tape it up, and there's like a little lump in the box. So, you know, the box isn't completely flat. And the lady tells me, she's like, well, that's not flat rate anymore. I was like, what do you mean it's not flat rate? It's, if it fits, it ships, right? Like, so she's like, no, I have to charge you for whatever the priority on the box was, because flat rate shipping is because she legitimately says this to me with a straight face. She says flat rate shipping is because the boxes are flat and so they stack together.
Oh, okay.
I was like,
sure.
Like I was so fucking dumbfounded by what she just said to me. Like the first thing out of my mouth was like, are you fucking kidding me? I was like, do you know? I was about to lose my temper, and it's been a while since I lost my temper, but I was like, flat rate means that no matter what's in the box, you charge me the exact same thing. That's what flat rate means. It has nothing to do with the shape of the fucking box.
You know,
she's like, sir, you're giving me too much attitude. And I was like, whatever, I don't have time for this. Charge me whatever you're going to charge me. She rings it up, and it's cheaper priority than it would have been in the flat rate box. I stuck my credit card in, took it out, put it back in my wallet. I just like backed out, both hands up. I was like, I don't even fucking know what to say. Like
that's what I like to call born retarded, can't fix it.
Like that's the whole point of the flat rate box, is that no matter what I fit in it, even if it's a little bit, you know, bulgy in one place or another.
Oh yeah, I've had them
still the same price as long as the fucking box seals.
Yeah.
And it didn't need help. It didn't need help. I just put tape on it because I don't fucking trust the USPS.
Oh, I super glued Swaggy Shane's box together today when I sent it out.
I wanna cut in here for just a moment because I think Lando may have possibly won my comments for the night. He says he is dressed like a midget teddy bear. I think he's finally lost what marbles he had left.
Wow.
He's been in that corner for an awful long time. That's all I can say.
I'm just saying that. And then to follow it up, he says, "Smash the like button like it's your prom date." Well done, sir. You're a gentleman in a scrotum.
I'll drink that.
Yes, I will. Actually, that's a good idea.
Yeah, you'll just have to take.
Oh, let me get the hard stuff, Lando.
You'll just have to take me for my word.
Oh, look at that! He's
Sipping that dihydrous oxygen.
But that is the real hard stuff. It's
woo.
That H2O though.
So anyway, everybody. So if anybody out there in the comments has heard of this about flat rate shipping, let me know. That the box can't be bulging, because this is the first fucking time in my life using these things
I sent bulging ones with duct tape.
I didn't even want to, but I just used shipping tape.
You should have said, "What about the flat rate envelopes, you fucking idiot?"
What? That's what I should have done. I should have ripped the box open, threw it in one of the cheaper flat rate envelopes, and threw it back on the scale. Like, now what?
Like, these aren't flat.
But she probably wouldn't have taken the package then. I'm actually a little worried that package isn't going to get there.
Does anybody get pissy with these flat rate boxes?
What about him? That's exactly the flat rate box I stuck 280 mils of liquid in.
I get really pissy with these things.
Why?
They're frustrating.
Well, you have to put them together and tape them.
Well, that's one of the ones that somebody broke into mine with, and they grabbed out whatever they could, and they left one fucking coil in there.
That's why I fucking super glued Swaggy Shane's box.
Yeah, you gotta I always buy packaging tape. Even if you buy packaging tape, like a cheap packaging tape, just buy packaging tape and tape it together. And also, what I've learned, especially like when Jesse has sent me something, or when Dawn has sent me something, is to just double wrap it. Like I think Jesse has done it. He's got them flat rate them bubble wrap packages, and he wraps it in that and then puts it into the box, because they can't steal just one thing out of it. They got to steal the entire thing. They won't do it. They'll only steal one thing or two things.
I do want to make a point known here.
Oh, but,
double wrapping only works for when you're sending stuff in the mail. It does not work for other certain situations. In fact, that is way more dangerous.
Actually,
so if you think you're firing a blank, you may not be. Do not double wrap.
Of the two latexes will cause a rip. Don't double wrap.
Well, that's when.
Well, I guess if you're gonna go ahead and just call it out, I'm just gonna shut my fucking mouth. I was trying to be PC about it. But fuck it, we'll let Lumi say it. Don't fuck with the condoms on.
That's where I'm like, come on, baby, I double wrapped it. Come on, it's my birthday. I tried.
Then she tells you she's got this rash.
I'm gonna end up with something fucking Ajax won't take off.
Oh my goodness.
Some burning bitch.
I'm burning for you.
We charge a lot more for a bulging box down here in Australia, and it doesn't happen at the post office. That's all I'm saying.
Bulging boxes.
Wait a minute. Whoa. I gotta step in here. Does that mean you charge your wife double?
I just,
plead the fifth.
Okay, it's okay to plead the fifth. We can let that go. Wait a minute. No,
I'm just Australian.
So
they don't have the fifth, the same fifth down there that we have.
They have some form of a fifth. Plead it.
It's like, so is the bulging box is that like a side effect of one of the little suction devices that I've seen on the internet?
Oh, yes.
I don't know what channel did you see that on, Fresh? I need to.
It was clearly on YouTube for investigative purposes only.
Pornhub.
I could be wrong. Well, why does that sound like that was on the pink pussy list, only spelt wrong?
Possibly.
YouTube. YouTube.com.
if you look closely and deeply into the Mild Stars and Clouds creative channel, you might be able to see a little video further on down of a little documentary I did at a certain place that would explain more. That's all I'm saying.
Hi, Mox. What a way to welcome yourself into this box conversation.
Yeah, because you sent me the link. That's why I'm like, I'm not dressed to go on live. And then I'm like, I don't care right now.
Yeah, fuck it. I look like a wreck because I haven't slept and I fucking took a nap and then I drank.
I don't even know what my hair's up to. Oh, look at that. I just made it worse. Hang on. I'll just fix this. How is everybody? It's been ages since I've seen you guys.
Fantastic. How are you?
I'm just saying
good now that I
welcome.
finished moving.
So how are the new digs?
Good. Hang on. I'll shut that curtain. It must be bright behind me.
Future.
Loving my new digs. I got a river out the front. I got a babbling brook right beside me. Farmland for miles. I'm out in the middle of nowhere.
And
that sounds just relaxing as all hell. Okay, so I want to go put my feet up and just sit, fall asleep, listening.
Very relaxing. Beautiful nature sounds around me, and then the occasional logging truck.
That's fucking outstanding. Glad you finally got moved. Man, that looked like it was a rough one there for a while. I was going to say, you needed to make it to the States and needed a place to stay. I was going to offer mine up, but fuck.
It got really rough there for a little while, honey. But it's okay. Facebook diary, whatever. In my moments, I have a moment and people get me through and hey, look, I'm back again.
Oh, you're back in the norms in a nice, relaxing setting now. So glad to see that. And we came back to our normally scheduled Moxley viewings, not on Mondays anymore.
No.
Or not on Mondays here.
This last show that we just did was a random because our night before a complete PC tech fail and regularly scheduled programming was just such a big fail. So your guys' time, depending on which time zone you're in, I'm Saturday nights for you guys. Late
Yeah,
night
I think it's like Saturday night at like
10 o'clock, I think, or 11
or 10.
I think it's
Hang on.
10 here.
If I can remember this, Pacific is 9.
Yep, it's
Central
11 o'clock here.
11, and Eastern's 12. Or I could have two of those around the wrong way. I remember the numbers anyway, because we've shifted in daylight saving time again. So I had to look up all the new times, and then you guys are going to go in daylight saving soon, and it'll change again. But yeah, still, I'm late night Saturday for you guys.
Yep, we're about to drop back an hour this weekend.
Oh,
Is that this weekend?
Yeah, it's this weekend.
Fuck.
Yes.
Hey, it's an extra hour sleep you get. Thank you, Giz.
Gizzard, where the fuck are you? You beautiful man. Get the fuck on here. I know you're here. Put your camera on.
Giz, where are you?
Dealing with a migraine, I think. He sent me the link.
I gave him the perfect opportunity to play a sound clip, though.
Oh god, then he picked a bad day to be on a stream with me. He has a migraine.
For show 3.
That's right. Hi, Poodle Pearl.
He is having a wee bit of a rough one today, so I'm going to let him have a pass on this, considering I'm drinking and I'm kind of in that kind of mood.
Yeah, I can't blame him for not wanting to tolerate me either. I'm a very lovable, happy, obnoxious person.
I'm alone in the woods.
That's where Gizzard Stew is.
I'm also alone in the woods.
Alone in the woods.
But I have guns.
I am the woods, bitch.
There you go.
I'm alone inside Nick Devon, guys.
Woo!
I'm just saying, Mox, it is fantastic to have you back. It's been so long.
Ages, yeah.
Fucking missed you, buddy.
I missed you too, honey. It was awesome seeing you in live chat the other night. I was like, DJ.
I didn't get to stay long. I had other shit going on, but I was like, I better stop in while I have the chance to say hello.
It was always lovely to see any of you stop by. Because I know that Saturday nights, man, you know, anything happens on a Saturday night, and it's like, who's going to watch YouTube when you just rolled in from the pub or wherever you may have been?
So I hit a BMW with my car door today.
Ooh, was it nice?
Yeah, fucking hit it pretty good. I fucking left a note too, like a fucking idiot.
Did you leave a note with your insurance number, or did you write like, "Don't park like a dickhole"?
Sorry, bro.
I left kind of like a sorry, bro. Here's my number. It's not my insurance. It's my boss's insurance. So
fuck them.
Here's my number. So call me, maybe.
So the thing is there was a camera out front. I was working at the place that it was at, and it was a BMW parked out front of a doctor's office, and it happened to be the doctor that worked there. He was a cool dude, though. He called me up like fucking. He was parked in a 2-hour parking all fucking day. I did it at 9 a.m. He didn't call me until 7 p.m., and he was parked there all day. So he just, he was pretty cool about it. He just said, yeah, just give me the numbers and whatever. Thanks for leaving a note.
Did you actually do anything?
Yeah, so it wasn't a dent or anything, like no dent or no scratches. It's just my white paint from the truck was on his black BMW, which was like super clean, super new. It was like so noticeable. So,
man, and the thing.
I started to rub it with my shirt, and it was kind of coming off, kind of not. And I didn't want to scratch it with my shirt because there's all this different kinds of dust and shit on my shirt. So I was like, you know what? Let me just leave the note and just deal with it.
It'll buff out.
Yeah.
I got some Donny.
Donny.
Donny sent me a big package a little while ago to help me move. So
that's awesome.
And this is my first lot with the new labels.
It's not only your glitter that goes down under, Lumi. Also, Dawn's glitter goes down under.
I have so much glitter on me, it's not even funny, and I also really have to pee.
You don't have to take the camera with you. You can stop the camera for that.
Don't open the floodgates. Don't open the floodgates. Don't do it. You're going to be going all night.
I'm just sticking with the potty dance. Yes, 14 inches of 32 gauge wire. I don't know where I put it. Here we go. Here. 14 inches of 6-strand braid, 32 gauge, 50 likes, broskies. Can you whip your hair back and forth, Meter?
I don't have any. I can't do it. I cut it off.
Being ferociously attacked by a very lovable Doge.
I might be able to whip my beard back and forth, but then again, I'm not into that kind of music, so you're not going to see me whip my beard back and forth.
I'm going to cut mine off.
I'm observing something a lot more beautiful looking than that, and that is Moxley's Addy stand, the vape stand she's got behind her. I'd love to see that on the big screen. That looks so beautiful.
See if I can do this, Papa. Yeah, you haven't seen it before because it was in
Sorry
my
to be
vape cupboard beside me at the last
Right. Ah. Because, oh my God.
Holy shit.
At that.
Only one
what I want to know is, who made that lovely piece of artwork?
Isn't that gorgeous?
You know who else has been doing that? Tenderfoot Stands dude has been doing wooden stuff lately.
That's what he's known for.
Well, no, I mean he's been making like actual like wooden planks with really cool like burnt-in images. I broke my beard.
Jesse, not trying to step on your feet at all, but if you want to get on that wood game, you better learn how to woodwork.
Yes, rub that wood.
I 3D print plastic, not wood.
At least you know what you do, and you're solid in what you do. In fact, you know what?
Plastic for money. He plays with wood for free.
I'm just saying, what he does with plastic makes me able to take my mech mods with me in the car. That cuppy is fucking fantastic. I'm just saying.
Look at this.
I love that thing, dude. I fucking love the cuppy. I fucking love it. Fucking love it.
not only the copy, are you ready for this nonsense? Like I have his stands all over my room, but even like the Addies that I don't use that often, I have in here and they fit perfectly. Like they're all just organized right there with my scale and my ohm reader.
Now you just got to put something on them.
Well played, Nick. Well played.
This is where my storage goes right here.
Animal Man says you better step up your game, Jesse.
I also even have this in front of my desk, which has my most used Addies in front of it.
There's 2 of them.
It's
Yeah,
a
you
sidekick.
Oh,
Hey, Wasp and Loop are very, very, very much loved.
Mox, is that his name on Instagram? Mech Level Carvings?
Yep.
Yeah, that dude does amazing work.
I need to go follow him because I've been following like fucking like Wombatsky because he does some fantastic wood stuff too.
Yeah, Wombatsky does nice work.
I love those.
Coil
The
building.
woodworkers are just fantastic.
Who's in my coil building? Kim Dixon, her husband.
Yes.
Oh
yeah.
my goodness, they made a super glue or a hot glue tree
It's
recently.
called the Nick tree. That's called the Nick tree.
Nick tree for your
Uh-huh.
super glue.
Yeah, or your super glue sticks. Yeah,
Your super glue.
Yeah. This is where I wish I had that gizzard stew judgmental eye fucking me.
Yeah.
Glue stick.
Super
Yeah,
glue.
it's a tree for glue sticks. Yeah.
That,
This is
that
my
glue stick stand is fantastic.
It's my I believe you face right here.
Oh, before I forget, because it did come up earlier, this is the guy that DJ went and is working on getting completely off the cigarettes. And not to mention, you get to see DJ's brand new fucking haircut.
Looking stylish.
Oh shit!
Don't mind the bounciness. I've been drinking, so nothing is steady at this point.
The Men in Black song just came out in my head for some reason. They look all dapper.
He does. He's got that nice little comb over going that I can no longer do because I'm bald. It is what it is, though. I'm going to embrace it.
Well, you sure in the hell can't do nothing about it, so you might as well embrace it.
That's it. That's why I went from what I had going on to just fuck it.
Well, you can go toupee.
Although I think because of what I had them leave there, I looked at it and I went, you know what? I may as well just fucking bick it because there's not a whole lot left.
Exactly, TJ. You just get to that point and 5 minutes in the shower once a week, man. And you're done.
Here's the other kicker I looked at. I was like, if I go completely bald and I get a nice sheen on it with this kind of beard, maybe I can make this into a money-making device and turn myself into a fucking beard model.
There you go.
Do
I
it.
thought we were going a whole different direction with
Join the Dollar Shave Club.
No, not that kind of direction meter.
that. I thought you were going for that online male entertainer career switch.
No. I'm not pretty enough for that. I know better.
Speaking of male entertainers, I was promised fucking music tonight.
It was at the intro.
You didn't hear his intro?
Do it again.
Oh, that was really good. That was it? Oh,
Can you do it again?
We're going to play
we
it on the
recorded
outro,
that.
too.
Oh, my God. That was really good.
Matt, weren't you paying attention last
Played
week?
all the instruments.
Oh, wait a minute. No.
Sung the vocals and put it all together for the intro.
You know, I have to give Nick a pass on this. Purely because he decided to go live during my show last week, so he didn't catch all of this. I'm just saying dickhead move. But, you know, whatever. It is what it is. I love Nick.
Well,
I've got it pulled up on my computer. I can play it if you want.
Let's talk to YouTube about this dickhead move where they wanted to fucking shut down YouTube on Tuesday so I couldn't do my show. Fuck. Dickhead.
Okay. Then you know what? We'll agree to disagree that it is YouTube's fault here.
Yes.
Okay. It's all YouTube's fault. But I'm saying if you would have paid attention last week, you would have known Adam said he was gonna throw it all together as one whole band thing. And that was kind of the whole boom into this next new generation that we've got going into my show here. If Giz wants to play it again, or if Adam wants to play it,
I've got it pulled up if we want it.
Yeah.
Sounds like that.
Yeah, it sounds like not coming off your computer.
Dance if we
So
want
what I
to. We can leave
was
your
that
friends
he was
behind.
going-
Cause your friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, well, they're no friends of mine. I said, we can go where we want to, place where they will never find. And we can act like we come from out of this world, leave the real one far behind.
Maybe it's a cardboard to school and rap dancing.
When people are talking, it completely like cancels it out for me.
Yeah. Or it cancels out the person talking. What
In
I knew
defense, I
that,
thought
I definitely knew
live
that
too.
was Adam. I knew that was Adam singing, and I knew that was his music. I assumed that he was going to do the tracks to all the other instruments and play guitar and sing live.
That's what I thought as well.
Yeah.
That would be awesome, but that would probably
I thought he was setting up all his backup shit, and then he was going to
giant muddy mess.
Oh no, Rufini's is here in heavy metal in the background again.
There was definitely some heavy metal playing in the background for a minute.
I'm just saying, with as many
Call it
times,
heavy?
as many times as we've thought that it was possibly Adam shit that was fucking up, we probably don't want to make him play all of that shit in the background on his computer, because then he really will crash.
Yeah.
We get, you can dance if you, and that's it. Like,
My bladder's requesting on an estimation of time that we have left.
Why don't you just go pee?
It's
I don't
11:11.
want
It's real simple.
Yeah. Just go.
Holy shit.
Oh my gosh, today I wanted to pee on somebody.
I've never been in a situation where I was like,
where's this story going? Hold on a sec. We've got to let her finish this story before
Yeah, there's
people
certain parts of
chime
the
in.
internet that might like this.
Where are we going with this, Lumi?
So today there's a huge intersection in the middle of Gate City. I just gave out my location. But anywho, there's a huge intersection in Gate City, and a fucking 18-wheeler truck was pulling into a very small little back street little area, and this red Chevy pickup truck was just parked out in the middle of the four-way intersection, so the people that were turning off couldn't move, and the 18-wheeler truck couldn't turn until those people moved. So we were all just sitting there looking at this silly Chevy truck parked in the middle of the intersection like, God damn it, you fucking moron.
You got to piss on that. Yep.
I wanted to piss on him real hard.
Right?
See,
I see some old lady standing on the corner waiting for a bus today. I was like, what the fuck you doing? I'm about to piss on you.
I'm so mad.
And see, that's the thing, is you don't know when you're when it's going to be like a disciplinary measure or when it's going to be a reward. Like, you don't know what that person's into. Like, you could, the Chevy guy or the old lady could totally be into the golden shower scene. And so you're rewarding them for bad behaviors.
Sure enough, when we got into this parking lot, it was a very, very elderly man, and I just kept repeating, they need to fucking do retesting for elderly people to get them off the road.
I think that's true. I do think that's true.
I was getting very pissy. I wanted to piss all over him until I found out he was old. Then I kind of was like, he doesn't know.
I've never thought about pissing on someone.
Was he a smoker?
I don't know. I didn't inspect him that. I should have.
Yeah.
Lumi goes over, starts peeing on his leg, just sniffing him. Like,
if you're gonna fill him up before you pee on him.
You gotta spec them better.
Like, why is this tall girl chasing me around with her vagina out? I don't understand what's going on.
Get over here.
I could see Mr. Lumi like, where are you going? You left your pants here.
It's probably a good thing though, because that's exactly when I got the message. Hey, my aunt's in Subway. Chill on vaping. Hide the vape stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I don't understand that hide the vape stuff. I'm a fucking adult. Fuck you. That's
I'm
what I
trying
say.
to be respectful towards what he wants for his family. For my family, fuck it. But for his family, I'll do as he wishes.
I guess, but to me,
it's your
when you're
own
letting people do that, you're just letting them control you, and you're a fucking grown ass woman, and he's a grown ass man.
I'm a grown ass Lumi. Let's not call me a woman. There's no identification for me.
I identify as a Lumi.
I'm like, if you don't fucking like what I'm doing, you can look away. It's your choice. You don't have to watch me.
Yeah, don't watch me pee on your leg. Just look away.
I've never thought about pissing on somebody. It might have accidentally happened once or twice, but I never actually forethought about it.
Well, evidently Randy pissed on a girl in the tub.
Sweet baby Jesus.
In the kitchen.
She was requesting it, so I mean,
I wouldn't even do it if it was requested like that. I'm not even in the heat of the moment. I'm like, yeah, I'm out.
In the heat of the moment, you might, Jesse.
No,
I can't
fuck that.
I
No.
can't do it in the heat of the moment. You know how many times I tell Mr. Loomy I'm gonna pee on him or shit in his shoes?
Okay, so in the heat of the
It's the best time to go and pee on him. But
in
I
the
can't
heat of the
even-
moment, I might do it, but I'm like, I'm not touching you until you go wash yourself. No.
And on that note, welcome, ID Voca. Welcome to the show.
Oh dear. Yeah, Ohmageddon. Go on to Ohmageddon.com.
Ohmageddoneliquid.com.
Go get some duck pudding.
Fuck it, love them all. Love Ohmageddon, love Dawn, love Shane, love them all. Love Nick.
Love me.
Yeah, fucking love Nerd. We got Stand Up 3D. Love his stands.
Don't love me, just love my stands.
Yeah, his stands love being correct.
I'll lock them balls.
Actually, you know what? That might be the truest statement I've ever heard. Fuck Jesse, but I love his stance.
Right? my little sticker.
That company logo you're looking for there, Jesse. That company logo right there. Don't love me, love my stands.
I ain't no one's little sticker.
Hey, wait a minute. These aren't twisted. These are 6-strand fishtail loop braids, bro. Vaping with D. Get your facts straight, bitch.
Wow. Holy shit.
Going hard in the paint.
I know.
You get a fishtail there?
Hey,
just-
Vaping with D, I have known for a very, very long time, so I could talk hostilely to him.
Okay. I think it's a girl, but okay.
No, Vaping with D is definitely a dude, and I cherish him and miss him very much.
In other words, she knows about taking the D.
Yeah.
He's nuts.
We were
Saturation station said Thug Gloomy.
we were on a live feed on my channel with Richie Oliver and a couple other builders, and Richie Oliver's wife comes on and starts talking to him about something that's happening with their neighbor, and she's like, "Oh my God, are you live?" And he's like, "Yeah, we're live right now." And she's like, "Oh my God, I didn't even know." I said, "Oh, don't worry about it. There's only 10,000 people watching." And she's like, "Oh my God, really?" She fucking runs away out of the camera.
It's just too late. You're stuck on the internet. God damn it.
Oh man, we had a good laugh.
32 likes. We need 50 for this giveaway. I'll fucking vape this braid if you don't get your shit together.
Yeah, if you don't get 50 likes within the time you say it, it's probably going to be hard to get. My computer is down right now. I don't know why. It's so
33.
I'm just going to say, we've been hovering around the 50 mark the whole show, so if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I don't give a goddamn.
I'll fucking vape this braid then. I'll fucking vape it till it can't be vaped no more.
I'll go to the next show that does 50 likes.
Uh-oh. Roro and Dee are having it out. Apparently, Dee left her alone with Daniel, and she's telling Dee to come save her.
Roro,
So apparently, Roro is looking for the D as well.
Right.
Vaping with D, you're a mean bully. I miss you. We used to have a special bond. We used to play League of Legends together.
Ding. Somebody got a message.
Bing bong.
Which is that witch, oh witch, the wicked witch.
Come join us. How about you come join me?
Right.
Where's my invite?
I'm just saying I've been here. That's all.
Right.
But you know what? It is getting towards that time of the night. As much as I would like to keep this going, this is not a Saturday show. This is a Wednesday show, even though I am drinking. So we are going to cut this at the normal time. So we're going to go ahead and take her around the room, let everybody say their piece, and get the geese and get the flock out of Dodge. So, who wants to go first? Actually, I'm not going to give this a second thought of who gets to go first, because there's been somebody who's been really fucking quiet here the entire goddamn time. Jesse, you're going first, goddammit.
I've been so quiet because I've had hiccups with my new website platform.
Sure.
Trying to get it lined out. But anyway, thanks for having me on this crazy, whacked out, freaked out show.
How you doing, Jesse?
Hey!
Hi, Blue Pearl.
Anyway, yeah, thanks for having me. Everybody go check out my website, I guess. There may be some hiccups in there. Your information's still absolutely safe, though.
Oh.
No!
So
I say that when
Woosah. So Jesse, who do you want to pass it off to?
Moxley, because she's awesome.
Oh, thanks, Jesse. We haven't hung out very much. Thank you. Thank you for having me, TJ, and it was lovely to see everybody. You guys can go and check out my channel. I do a live show once a week for 2 hours with a co-host, and we hang out from little old New Zealand, telling you what vaping's like over here. And I think this week coming up, we've got updates on some Kiwi vaping news. Gonna draw my comp for the Drop Solo. Did my review last week, so if you want to hear what I think of it, go and check that out. You can find me on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook, all the places. I'm Kiwis on Facebook. Come check us out. Thanks, guys.
Cool.
Go, Pepper. You're next to me.
Oh, am I? Okay. All right. What have I got? I've got a little bit of a thing going. Look, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you to be on a show that involves bulging boxes and golden showers and 92-year-olds, but not necessarily in that order. It's been an absolute pleasure to be here once again. It's also important.
That's awesome.
Well, it's also important that we remember to advocate, guys. It's great to be able to have fun here with our mates and preach to the choir, but we've got to get out and advocate and educate those who aren't necessarily vapors, as we've touched on during the show. That to me, that's gold. That's the answer. Look, there's so much shit going down so fast here. It is desperate measures these days, but to be honest, here in South Australia, no, not in South Australia, but in Australia and South Australia, things are about to go down. Got to go down south. I mean, it's probably about 30% of our online Aussie industry could go down literally within a week. It's not looking good. If you've got anyone who you know is Aussie, has got anywhere getting near South Australia, I want you to keep an eye on a page called Vapers versus Policy on Facebook, and watch out for Savas's information as to when they're meeting out to do a massive protest on the steps of Parliament in South Australia. It's a situation critical there. The state basically wants to close down all online sales within 6 months. As I said, 30% minimum supply across Australia and Oceania will be affected by that. So that's how important it is that we advocate. So all that said and done, look, on a bright note, I do a weekly show, which is a little bit more fun than that, all about the DIYs. Fresh comes on sometimes, which is absolutely awesome. We shake, rattle, and roll. We call it a mixing with me mates on DIY Down Under on the YouTubes. We also have a Facebook page and a .com. Last week Fresh wasn't there, so we did a hippie shake, but there's always something different happening every week, and as there is here on TJ's show, and it's fun to be here once again. Thank you for having me. Support Adore Eliquid, because it's true, the glitter really does fall down under. That's all.
Oh, I don't want my glitter in that place.
So Pippa, who are you passing it to?
I'm passing it to, I reckon, the amazing looking Adam.
I actually appreciate that you passed it to me because my ride is here a couple minutes early. He's actually watching the show in his car out in front of my house right now. So what's up, Mr. Rick Medina?
Oh, we didn't even get a karaoke song for next week.
Lumi, is that a Lumi? Is that
dealer's choice? Dealer's choice, Adam.
Oh, okay, cool.
Taylor Swift, I knew you were in trouble when you walked in.
Should I keep it 80s or should I go with a different
I whatever you're feeling, man.
The answer is yes.
Yes, the answer is yes.
Cool. All right. Well, I'm gonna go. Maybe since it's dealer's choice, maybe I'll do another recording.
I like it
because they're fun. It gives me something to do musically. But yeah, thanks for passing it to me, Pippa. Thanks for having me, TJ, as always, for the drinky fun show. I had one. That was all I had in the house, and I didn't have time to stop at a LS. So yeah, but I got a little starter, so that's nice. Now I'm gonna go sing some Al Green for the Northwest Indiana community.
You messed out on Al Green.
Hey, you never know. You never know. I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut. Thanks for having me. Check out my bands, The Disheartened and Eddie and the Arsons, and I'll be back next week as always.
Arnold.
Do it now. And I will pass it to, let's pass it to Lumi, because she takes like 2 seconds. Peace, everybody.
Later.
I'm sure I already passed out.
Yeah, I just think it's just half comatose.
No, we're good. I'm just playing with my glitter. Yeah.
It's like a container full of Coke.
You're a fucking container full of Coke. Anywho, thank you all for this great stream. Love this community. You guys are amazing. You make my heart feel so warm. Thanks for having me. We got 53 likes, so whoever wins Nick Devine's coils, he'll have to forward me the address. Put in all caps. I do not want that psycho bitch to know my address. If you don't want my coil, because otherwise Nick Devine will forward me your address so I can mail this out with my little postage stamp. I just hit my lip with it. Extra value. Clean it. Clean it. I don't have herpes, I swear. Clean it though. Clean it.
Oh.
Thank you guys for being awesome. Nick Devine, I'll let you do the giveaway segment.
Thank you. I'm not going to hold everybody up here doing the giveaway. If you want to do the giveaway, if you want a part of it, go over to my channel right after this show. I'm going to go live for like an hour. I'm going to do like an opposite of a coffee talk and do like a cider talk, I guess. I don't fucking know. So I'll go over my channel for like an hour and hang out, maybe wrap up some coils. Thank you for having me on. I would love to come back next week. I put up a tutorial on, not a tutorial, a review on the stacked RTA this week. Go check it out. I'm trying to do a review on a RDA or RTA every week that I will put up on Tuesday before 8 o'clock, and then I will be on Fork Life channel hanging out with Gizzard Stew, Fresh, and Addy Tooney, Stand Up 3D and Lumi. So go check that out. Go get your Adore Eliquid and stay tuned to Adore Eliquid for the new juice. Hang out with us on Halloween night. get your juice before that so that you can test it out with us for the first time, unlabeled, go subscribe to Adore Eliquid on the Adore Eliquid channel, and go to Stand Up 3D and get your Stand Up 3D stands. Stop living like a vape slob. Get your shit together.
I'm a shithead.
That's a
You're a
bad thing
shithead.
to say when we're advertising you.
I was going to say we should have a fucking drinking game where it would be every time Jesse says something self-deprecating that we would drink, and we
You guys would be fucking plastered.
Alcohol poisoning. Don't be doing that.
Oh God! Don't get mad at your camera. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm out though. I will pay. I have to think about this one.
So,
Shit.
what you're saying
So-
is I need to head over to your show to partake in this giveaway so I know who wins?
No.
Jesse, I gotta pass it to Jesse. That's what I'm saying, Jesse.
I get a redo.
You get a redo. Yeah.
Well, thanks for having me on, TJ. It was wonderful. I know I didn't talk much. Was taking care of some shipping stuff over on my site. Everybody go check out my Instagram, Stand Up 3D, my YouTube, Stand Up 3D, and go and check out my new platform, my new website. It's still standup3d.com. Thanks a lot. Go someone else.
There's only one person left, so
I don't remember. Go you.
Pissy pants.
your mom's a container full of Coke, Jesse.
Yes.
Go Meter, go.
It can't be Meter. Meter ends the show.
Well, who else is there? You?
Me.
I said you, and then everybody was like, Meter.
Your mom's a container full of Coke, Jesse.
Yes, she is.
A container.
Is Gizzy gonna say anything?
Everybody's covered pretty much everything at this point. Tomorrow night, Friday morning / tomorrow night, Adore Eliquid is having the pre-release. So, yes, order it. Be waiting like me tomorrow evening. And then go over to ohmageddoneliquid.com. You have until the 31st to order from Giancarlo and Ducky. Get whatever your favorite flavors are. Once that's done, it's over. Once the 31st is gone, it's over. So it's a sad day. Sad day to see Ohmageddon go, but let's send them out in a blaze of glory, shall we? And yeah, exactly, Moxley. Big hearts to Giancarlo and Ducky. They're amazing people with amazing mixes.
My jaw actually dropped open when I read that. When
We've dedicated entire shows to trying their stuff. So there's a reason we've done things like that, because they are amazing people. Amazing. So I don't have a whole lot to say. I'm gonna throw it over to the host of the show, the man with the mostest at the Poopy Pants desk.
Pissy bitch.
Apparently, pissy bitch.
Pissy bitch.
Golf T Vapes.
You're muted still.
You're muted.
You're
TJ.
muted, Golf T. You're muted.
Yes, I am. I'm fucking muted. That's all right. I was trying to contain myself while everyone else was talking. To start with, first and foremost, thank you everyone for coming out. To include everyone that's out there in chat. Appreciate it. Love every one of you. It's fucking awesome. You guys are the reason why I do it. To everybody on the panel, thank you for coming out. Pippa, great to see you again. Moxley, it has been a long fucking time. Much love. Glad to see you. Fucking awesome that you showed up there. Nick, you're always welcome. You guys know it. Everybody else who's the regular, you guys know your place. That's how this works.
Wait a minute. I don't know my place.
You better get in it then.
You know what? You know how you know your place? You're still fucking here.
Yes!
If you didn't know your place, you'd be gone already. Also, sweet shout out to Alifa. Stopped in, said hello to everybody. Alifa's my brother. Even though he's a Bears fan, I still fucking love the man. I mean, everybody makes poor life choices from time to time. He's just that guy. But I'm gonna start on a sad note. On a sad note, We only have 7 days to go and make our final orders from Ohmageddon I am sad. I'm truly fucking bummed out about this. But on the other side of this, I know between Ducky and G, wonderful things are going to happen. It doesn't matter whether it's on OhmageddonEliquid.com or something else that comes afoot. Those two are fantastic pillars of our community who should be looked up to, and we should be trying to follow in their footsteps, doing the things that they have done for the community. Not everybody knows, and that's perfectly all right. You don't have to know what they were doing behind the scenes. But those of us who do know, we should be trying to live up to their standard, because that's the standard we want to set for ourselves as a community as a whole.
Don't be sad though if you can't live up to that standard. Just strive to be that standard.
That's a good call. But in this last 7 days, if you can, if you have the excess funds available, this is all prior to the holidays, I understand. Go, please. Send them out in style. Fill up their fucking inbox with orders that they cannot possibly be able to fucking handle.
Do it. Make their
Because
life
you know what?
comfortable.
Those two are fantastic and completely worth every dime we send their way. So please go and take care of Ohmageddon. Ducky, Giancarlo, I love you both. You guys are fucking awesome. Keep doing what you're doing, even if you can't do it in the sense of providing us the most fantastic fucking e-liquids in the industry. There's a handful of people that I can count on one hand that I would trust with my life to come up with a fantastic recipe. You two are of a very few slim number.
Can I add something real quick before you add this to meter?
Sure, I'm not quite done yet, but I'll go ahead.
No, finish, and then I just want to add something before meter takes us out.
Get in your place, Lumi.
Yes, here's where you learn your place. You shut the hell up, and then you can talk. All right, that's my asshole moment for the night. I'm good now. Also, we have 7 days. This is where this is kind of a, I'm going to say a yin and yang moment for me. Because there's 7 days till Ohmageddon closes its doors. But there is also 7 days until there is a new door opened by AdoreEliquid.com. Dawn is about to drop some hotness on us. We know already that tomorrow at midnight, you have the ability to order that without knowing what it is. Now, if you're myself or anyone else that's similar to my shoes that knows the door as well as I do, it doesn't matter what the fuck it is, you order it. You know it's going to be good. Even if it is outside of your normal flavor profile, that shit is going to be the hotness. Guaranteed. This is where we have that yin and yang moment. Yes, one door closes, but right now there is another one opening. So make sure tomorrow night, at whatever time it is, your time, whether you're East Coast, West Coast, Central Time, Australia, New Zealand, Europe, I don't give a fuck where you are. Go to AdoreEliquid.com. Watch that site like a fucking hawk. You will see when it goes live. When it does, just order it. You already know the quality that's coming from Dawn and Adore. That's just how that works. You know it's going to be fantastic. Go ahead and order it. Order the premix, and then do yourself a favor while you're at it. You may as well just order the concentrate, because you know once you get the premix, you're going to want more of it, so you may as well mix some up for yourself. It's a win-win situation. So yes, we've got a yin-yang situation. One door closes, another one opens. Take it as it is. That's how the universe works. Period. Oh. Then no, Don and Ducky, love you both. G, And I know I said that backwards. I meant G and Ducky. I've been drinking. Fuck my life. G and Ducky, love you both. Don, love you. All of you, you're fucking fantastic. Keep doing what you're doing for the community. Make sure you're paying attention for all of this stuff. The last thing that I'm going to say, because I can't continue to fucking ramble like this, especially not after I've been drinking. Do your part. Educate, advocate, not for one another, not for any of us that are here. It's for those people who have not made the switch from the stinkies, to include the people that, like, the meter has been moving over. Pro MMA fighters. It doesn't matter who it is. If it's a fucking pro MMA fighter or your guy that works next to you in the desk next to you at work, help them switch from the stinkies. We need to get them on a better way of life, because you know what? The more people we have in our corner in this day and age with the way things are going, the better. We need those numbers. Anything that will help in the advocacy side of the house. And thank you for the gurgles there, Lumi. I appreciate it. From that, I don't have anything else to say. I'm not going to pound on anybody else. Other than, well, I guess I can say Vaping Swag, go get yourself some of the Gizzard Brew, the Soul Warming Cider, and the Harvest Moon that's out currently for the fall season. On that note, though, next week, we're cutting it down a half an hour. So we're going to be done at 11 o'clock Central Time, because 2 hours, I think, might be a little too much. So we're going to do a little change of pace next week, and we're going to be on to a new schedule and with a new idea coming into place here. So on that note, I'm going to go ahead and send it over to the one, the only, the Meter Vapes.
First and foremost, the most important part, I would take a second to raise my glass to you, sir, for putting together this hell of a shenanigan that brings together a group of misfits like us and a group of psychopaths like the audience that we can count on coming back every week. So no matter how horrible your time has been, there is always a little piece of solidarity in knowing that Wednesday night is here and it's going to put your ass back on track. So first and foremost. And allowing a mug like this to be a part of it. The only thing I would take my moment here to say this evening, after we've all had far too much fun already, be there. Like TJ said, we don't get to pick who comes looking to us to help them get their life on track as far as the smoking goes. You just have to be there when someone reaches out, because you don't get to choose who comes to you. You only get to choose how you respond when people do come to you. So it's every vapor's job to make sure that you are aware that you can be an influence in someone else's life with just a few words. So just do that is all I ask. Be there, because like it's been said, like I will keep saying it until I stop breathing. We have to band together or we will be banned together. Thank you, sir.
Biz, I don't know if you're still here or if you're just in the background still having coughing fits or what's going on. If you want to take us out, though, sir, I would gladly have you do so tonight.
Okay. As you go through the rest of your week, try and be nice to someone if possible. And get off your butts and vape.
Bye.
Get off your butts and vape. 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 Get off your butts and